What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today is August the 9th. I want to give you a pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is doing on this fun Friday morning. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, no real data points, nothing along those lines today. No Fed speaker, so it is going to be more of a technical driven day. And based on how pretty much the markets ran very high yesterday, you are seeing some consolidation today. So NASDAQ down 0.49%, S&P down 0.27%. Nothing really crazy. Of course, once the market does open, it could definitely escalate its downtrend or potentially push higher. I do feel regardless of what happens throughout the day during power hour, there'll be a lot of volatility as some entities might want to sell out in anticipation, just in case something happens over the weekend from the Middle East, some escalation, because then, that could make for a very bad Monday. So obviously some entities will want to mitigate some risk. So just anticipate power hour to be quite volatile. Aside from that, you do see the fear and greed index under the extreme fear category. So despite the market recovering kind of on and off yesterday and over the last several trading days, you still do see a lot of fear in the broader market. So once again, take that into consideration. Starting off though, SOFI is down slightly, just piggybacking off of the broader market. No actual news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. Shorts over the last 2 days have really broken the downtrend. As you can kind of see, I'll get rid of all this unnecessary stuff. But you have seen that they've been going down and down, so they've kind of broken the trend. And so right now, 16.58% of the free float's being shorted, works out to be 173.58 million shares. If SOFI does get close to that 650 mark, anticipate shorts to be very active. Right now it is at 662, so trading between this S1 and the pivot. 652 strong support, 725 going to be the next strong resistance / target. And I'm looking at the 1-day chart just to give you an overview of the 4 hour. So kind of still strong support and resistance points, just nearly not as strong as clearly the 1 day. So 655 will be the closer kind of support level, and then 707. So I don't anticipate 707 to be touched, rather maybe this S1, and then depending on how it plays out, then you might see a little bit more of a further pullback. So once again, take that into consideration. SOUN did have their earnings after hours yesterday. There was a lot of hype and kind of leading into that, so it did go up 21.16%. But their earnings, it was okay. They did beat on their revenue as far as based on this right here. So the estimates was -9 cents, came in at negative, I think it was 10. So minor miss for the earnings per share. And I'm not really sure what they gave for future guidance or anything like that. But the market is absolutely fickle. So even if you do miss slightly on one of your key metrics right now, you're going to get hammered. And as of right now, shorts have been really hammering SOUN, so anticipate them to take advantage of kind of the market pulling back and SOUN being red right now, because all-time high short interest of 26.46%. Again, that's of the free float, and that works out to be 75.95 million shares. Utilization 93.12, and then short score is 76.63. So anticipate them to be very active. Right now with it at 510, it is right below this pivot, so just watch for 512 to be a strong kind of flirting point throughout the day. And then aside from that, 412 and then 612. So very wide gaps, anticipate a lot of volatility. So yeah, just be prepared for all of that. Moving on, 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, if I'm saying that right, ticker's GOLF, it is down slightly 6%, and it is based off of two things. They're kind of correlated, but they did submit right here a 144 and also an 8K. Again, like I said, they're kind of saying the same thing. The 144 just showed 1.1 million shares being sold by Magnus, and this 8K kind of explains why they did sell, just for liquidity purposes. Nothing really crazy. So yeah, again, you can take that as a positive, negative. It's somewhat heavily shorted. You can kind of see the shorts have been just lingering for a while now. Haven't really done all that much, but 17.6% of the free float is being shorted. So again, something to consider. What I found weird is it doesn't show pre-market activity right here, but as you can kind of see, it shows right here down 6%. So something's up with that. I don't know if it's halted. I don't believe it is. But yeah, again, this is something very weird. I've never had this not really jive and really work together. But as far as right now, if you do assume it is at 64.19 pre-market, you can kind of see it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 63.23 will be the strong support that you'll want to watch for, and then 69 will be the next strong resistance. Don't anticipate the pivot to be touched, so just watch for this 63 mark. And then moving on, you kind of already saw it a little bit, but ticker is MGOL. So it is up 56.22% this morning because of this. So no actual news, just a 8K. And in my opinion, this 8K, it kind of just shows on August the 5th that a number, I guess 22,000 shares or unregistered shares were given to various people at the company, one of which is CEO, CFO, and whatever else. This is the only news that it's really driving and has come out about the company. So I don't know if that was something investors were caring about or maybe waiting for a lot of these insiders to receive some shares, but that's the only thing I can see why it is at 56%. So kind of crazy stuff. Right now, it is not that heavily shorted, so 5.46% of the free float. It has gone down quite a lot over this last little bit, but as well, this is kind of what the market likes to squeeze. So low float companies, because right now 43.17 thousand shares overall are being shorted, which so yeah, I don't know, maybe this is just a small squeeze that is happening. Something again just to keep in mind. Right now though, with it at 564, it is right above this R1, so watch for 559 to hold throughout the day, and then 654 to be the next strong target / resistance. I don't see the R2 being touched today, especially based on that news, unless it is really hidden and something is important about that news, but I see it rather pushing below this into this pivot to this R1. So once again, just watch for this 559. And finally, Palantir did have some pretty epic news yesterday morning, which caused it to go up 11.25%. So right now, Palantir is just kind of reacting to the broader market. No actual new news today. It's not heavily shorted, but right now with it at 29 and change, just watch for 29.08 to be that next strong support. And then aside from that, 27.29, 30.18, which it kind of did bounce off of that pre-market. So I feel like Palantir has the kind of momentum to really push higher, so it might actually touch this R2. Once again, we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be fighting against, I guess, the market, because right now the market is down a little bit, pretty much the same as what I showed you. So all in all, let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Is there any other stocks that you're going to be watching on this fun Friday day? And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Has been extended up until the end of August. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.